Okay, just a couple more things about pressure, and that is related to pressure in solids. Solids can also experience pressure. You know, we talk about a gas and even about a liquid, but we talk about a gas and the pressure of a gas, and that sort of makes sense that you have these molecules that are moving around at a faster rate, and that exerts a pressure on the sides of the container. But we also experience pressure in solids, or maybe it's better to say that solids can transfer pressure. Well, first of all, we can calculate that pressure. Remember, our pressure is force per unit area. And so let's ask this question. What exerts a greater pressure? That is a 110-pound lady in high heels or a 200-pound football player. And so, you know, let's assume that they are um, on one foot, and let's just say we have a 100-pound lady. It makes the math just a little bit easier. And you know, you've seen those shoes, right? That look like this, and they just have this tiny little spike on the bottom. Well, what if that is where all of the pressure is coming down? So this lady, for some reason, you've done something to her, I don't know what, and she comes along and jams her foot into her spike into your foot. Those things have about a half an inch, half a square inch of area. That is, if I look at the bottom of this spike right here, it's about a half inch square. And so that's going to give me 200 pounds per square inch or 200 psi. Whereas a football player, if I think about a 200-pound football player, a 200-pound football player, if he's just standing on one foot, his foot has an area of about 75 inches squared. And so his pressure is just 3 pounds per square inch, about 3 pounds per square inch. So even though I have such a large weight, it means my pressure is going to be a lot smaller because um, the area over which it's exerted is larger. Pressure in solids cause stress, and this stress causes a strain. And then that stress causes a strain. Okay, so stress leads to a strain and ultimately a breakage if you apply too much stress. There are elastic limits. I think your book talks about this, elastic limits to certain things like, you know, your bones, your ligaments, your muscles. And if you exceed those elastic limits, then they will break or tear. So if you exceed the elastic limit of a material, such as a bone, tendon, etc., ligament, then that material will break or tear. Okay. Um, I think that's it for this chapter or for this section.